into Atlantic Records studio was kind of like, you know, if you come from New York, it would be the Yankee dugout. You know, it
Yeah.
was like, oh my God, do you know who's been in this room right here? I mean, seriously, we're talking about John Coltrane, Ray Charles, the Drifters, you know, uh, all these phenomenal. It was like awe-inspiring, you know, and you're in this place where this music was made, you know, and Atlantic, they just they made you feel like you're here to make good music. Okay. That's what we're here for. We want to make great music. And you just felt that the moment you walked in. And Arif was not a proven entity by any means. You had, you know, he came from Turkey and he was like what they call an A&R man, they called him.
Right.
Tommy Dowd, I knew who he was because, you know, I bought all these records and his name was on them, mostly as an engineer. But I had no idea of the extent of this man's talent. So to walk in with these gentlemen and to have to record was very interesting because one of the things that I did when we were signed is, you know, I really wanted to produce ourselves. I didn't want anybody taking over, you know, and as you say, that's in my book. We had to turn down some really powerful people who wanted to sign us to get that permission to
Phil
do it.
Spector, right? Phil
Well, Phil
Spector went to
Spector
work.
was one, yeah, but
Yeah.
all the other labels that had made offers to us, they were not going to allow us to be in charge, literally in charge, and that's and Atlantic did. So there's a lot of pressure on me. But you see, one of the things I learned from these two giants was they make you right at ease.
Mm.
You know, I mean, immediately you knew these guys were there to make good music, and let's get to work. You know, and Arif, one of the things I really learned from him was how to handle, you know, crazy young artists like us. You know, he was very tactful, and that's important. You know, you create an environment for them to make music, and that's what happened. That's how we did it.
Amazing. And the Rascals were the first white band signed to Atlantic Records, right?
Yeah, pretty much on the red and black label. You know, which was pretty cool.
That is really cool. And when you were recording, did you have any experiences with some of the Atlantic artists at that time? With I guess it would be Wilson Pickett or
Yeah, I mean, oh, sure, because you know, Atlantic was not like a real sophisticated type of corporate venture yet. You know, they became that way when they became Warner Brothers. So as a result, there would be people walking in the halls that were like giant legends, you know, and you see these guys walking by, and it was just amazing because you know, like at first, you know, like you know, you're in awe of these people. I mean,
yeah.
Sam and Dave and Wilson Pickett, you know, the phenomenal jazz players, Hubert Laws, and these guys would be walking right by the studio, you know,
Mm.
and there was no like really restricted areas like in the Columbia studios, big signs up, recording, do not enter, et cetera, et cetera. So people mingled, you know, and that really helped because a lot of times I would see some of these guys going by, and if there were a jazz soloist, I'd say, "Hey, you guys want to play a solo on some of our stuff, man?" You know, and what a treat that was. I mean, so you know,
Amazing.
as I say, the entire Atlantic world for me was like a magic kingdom. You know, I really enjoyed it, and I've always been thankful that we've been able to do it.